Right, this story comes from Vote Watch and GETTR, and it's absolutely astonishing. Do you remember Kim Darroch? He was the UK ambassador to the US. He was the guy who called President Trump at the time an idiot or stupid, whatever he called him. And there was a massive scandal around it, and it was leaked. So this is about a cover-up around that issue. Kemi Badenoch and James Cleverly from the British government are being sued over the Trump document leak and the counterterrorism arrest. Here's why you don't know about it. So when you look down, obviously about the leak that happened, ministers have been accused of attempting to conceal information of this court case involving Britain's former ambassador to Washington using national security laws. So they tried to cover it up using certain security laws that we have in place. And now it's been exposed, they're being sued, but we're not really hearing anything about it. It's all secretive. So, according to documents obtained by the Mail on Sunday, government lawyers will formally seek that evidence connected to the accusation that Kim Darroch disclosed intelligence to his lover be heard behind closed doors. So you're not going to find out about any of this, essentially, because it's none of our business. And it's also all about state security. Now, after being arrested by obviously 14 counterterrorism police as part of an inquiry into the leak of the so-called Washington files to the Mail on Sunday, a senior government servant is suing two cabinet ministers, Kemi Badenoch and James Cleverly. Now, the newspaper disclosed cables and memos written by Kim Darroch when he was a US ambassador, in which he described the US President Trump as inept, insecure, and incompetent. Now, the story, which obviously made the headlines, this is back in 2019 when it was leaked. He called him a stupid, and obviously, Trump called Kim Darroch a stupid guy after he found out. Now, James Cleverly and Kemi Badenoch are in trouble over this cover-up. So what's going on here? The public official, whose identity has been withheld by the Ministry of Justice, was apprehended more than a year later as part of the Operation Asperite, the Metropolitan Police's investigation into the leak. He has always denied releasing the information, and he has never been charged. His arrest is said to have occurred just a day after Kim Darroch was warned that another highly damaging story was likely to be published. So arrested, not charged, right? This is absolutely normal. Now, the scandal could be potentially also lead to the investigation of journalist Isabel Oakeshott, who exclusively published the story after obtaining the leaked documents. Now, the Sun notified Darroch that it needed to publish charges that he was being investigated by US authorities for allegedly leaking sensitive information to CNN and their reporters. So apparently he was involved with the CNN reporter and he got the images. Now, this is absolutely fascinating what's going on here. Okay, he believes his name was given to the police in the Foreign Office and the Department for Trade. So, the police interrogated the claimant and asked him why his civil service colleagues would suspect him of leaking Kim Darroch's official sensitive materials if he did not do so. This is according to legal documents. Now, Kemi Badenoch and James Cleverly are included as defendants because they were the nominal heads of the two departments at the time. So they're going to have to respond because they are the people who are responsible for their teams. Now, David Davis, the Tory MP, the Libertarian Tory MP, said that attempts to keep details of the case secret was wholly inappropriate use of the Justice and Security Act 2013, adding that when Parliament passed this law, members expected the state to use it to deal with real cases of espionage, of course, and terrorism, all the chaotic stories, not to cover up potentially embarrassing stories. This is crazy. Now, it's all thanks to GETTR from the Vote Watch, who managed to publish this story on their website. We're not going to get any of this in the mainstream media. I might even get into trouble for even talking about this, but I don't really care because we have to know exactly what's going on. You can't use certain security laws to cover up things that are just embarrassing. If it was in the interest of national security, if it was something that is completely damaging, then I understand why secrecy happens. But not for this sort of stuff, unless they know something that we don't know. unless there's something bigger in play that they're telling us or they're not telling us. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and your theories in the comment section. Make sure to share this video. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.